How can you ensure a happy tenancy? Hi, I'm Simon Dipnar and I'm an attorney. My practice deals with rental housing law, and inevitably we are consulted when either a landlord wants to evict a tenant or a tenant is facing what they feel is an unfair eviction. I help both tenants and landlords navigate the complex world of lease agreements and landlord-tenant relationships. Most of the time it goes smoothly, but when it doesn't, it can be unpleasant for all parties. So how can you prevent misunderstandings and problems? The Gauteng Rental Housing Tribunal has just published its figures for disputes in 2021, and it offers some tips for both landlords and tenants that will help to keep the relationship on an even keel. Not surprisingly, the largest proportion of disputes involve non-payment of rent. 2021 was a particularly difficult year as we experienced further waves of COVID-19. After that, issues concerning the deposit, eviction, disconnection of services, being locked out of the property, and the lease were the most common. The tribunal recommends these tips for tenants. Set up a file for your lease agreement and all correspondence with your landlord. This should include receipts of rent, inventory, and your inspection lists, photos, and any other written documents concerning the property or the agreement. This can be electronic or paper-based, but if it is electronic, make sure it is backed up. Make sure you know what you're responsible for, in particular municipal services. The lease should state who is responsible for paying the electricity, water bills, refuse collection, etc. You may have prepaid meters and your landlord may invoice you each month. Be sure to ask for copies of the municipal statement to be assured you're being billed correctly. Remember, the property owner is always responsible for the rates. Your deposit should be in an interest-bearing account, and you're entitled to ask for a statement of interest at any time. You'll receive a deposit and interest back at the end of the tenancy, less any deductions or damages. Tribunal information offices are located in every province. Don't hesitate to contact them if you have questions. And for landlords, if there's an issue with payment of rent, don't attempt to take the law into your own hands. Approach the tribunal for an order. Give your tenants receipts for rent paid. Keep a record of municipal statements. I would add to these from my experience as an attorney. If you're a tenant and you find yourself in difficulty with payment of rent, talk to your landlord. Keep the lines of communication open. Explain the situation and propose a solution. Maybe you have an unexpected medical bill that means you are short of cash this month, but you'll pay the arrears in installments with the next 3 months' rent. Most landlords would rather negotiate a fair compromise than go through the hassle and cost of eviction or lose a good tenant. If you're a landlord, give your tenant a chance to put things right. Don't jump straight to eviction. In fact, the law requires you to give the tenant time to remedy the breach of the lease agreement before applying for an eviction order. Most issues that arise between landlord and tenant can be resolved through discussion. If all else fails, you've reached a dead end whether you are a landlord or a tenant. Give me a call on 086 099 5146 for a confidential discussion. I'm here to help.